Hey, I am back with a new video today. We are going to talk about very frequently discussed topic. I suggest you watch this video to the end. It will benefit you for sure, either you're experienced or just a beginner. And in the description below, I have my link tree there. So please press that and there is everything you might need. Follow me on IG and stuff like that, okay? So let's get right into it, guys. Is it possible to grow a small account, you may ask? And the answer is yes, but it's way harder than people think, and in my opinion, they have all messed up in their head of how to do it. They approach this in the worst way possible, and today we're going to talk about that and how you should try doing it correctly, if you want to do it, of course. So here, mistakes people do, and I'll cover all of them. So the first one is trying to catch every market move. When people want to grow a small account, they think they have to be in every market move, which is not the case. There is one saying in trading that goes like there is always an opportunity in the market, but you must understand that you don't need to take every opportunity. You are not built different, you will make mistakes, so you might as well try to limit yourself to less trades so you make less mistakes. Hope it makes sense. Looking too much at minor time frame. That's what most people trying to grow an account do, in my opinion. That happens because they want to be in every move. And what is the best time frame to do that? Of course, a 1 minute time frame. But I tell you now, it's all wrong there. It's too much mess in a minor time frame, and you will get lost easily there, not knowing direction of the market, and you will take too many trades, which will cause you to do more mistakes and lose money. You're not a robot, like you make mistakes every day in your life, not including trading, so you might as well just limit yourself to less opportunities, so that means less risk, less mistakes. Taking too many trades, like I explained before, taking more trades exposes you to more risk and more mistakes, so don't do that. Over leverage. You shouldn't be thinking that you can make all the gains with one trade. You're better off going to casino and playing roulette, putting all your money on one color. Start small and gradually compound your account. I will explain how to do it later. Looking for a trade when there is none. People tend to sit in front of the computer and think they must find a trade now or they must make certain amount of money now. It does not work like that. The best trades come when you open a chart and see them straight away. You don't need to dig and look for a trade if you can't see one clearly. I hope all of this makes sense for you guys. And if there's any questions, like I said, link tree below. There is my Instagram. You can text me, ask questions. I'll be happy to help you, okay? So things you should do to make it work. First, only look for one trade a day. Why, you may ask? Looking for one trade a day can actually benefit you more than you think. Let's say you have nothing to eat and you got a task to hit the target with one bullet. If you don't make it, you will have nothing to eat. Would you just waste the bullet or make sure everything lines up for the best chance of hitting it? Answer this to yourself, guys. So when you trade, it's the same. You have a job to make money, so look for that one trade, best setup, and take a shot. That's the best way to do it, guys. Just limit yourself to one trade a day. Then you'll look for the best setup, always. Because if you take the bad setup, you know that you can't take any more trades in that day. So it's going to be just waste of trades. So just look for the best ones, okay, guys? Look at the bigger time frame. Always analyze the bigger time frame. Find the direction of the market in the longer term. Then it will be easier to place yourself in the short term trades and you will have a bigger probability it's gonna go your way. So just know that like minor time frame follows the big time frame move always, just in more candles, guys. Do not over leverage. Never over leverage. you don't want to get lucky with one trade because you will lose it anyways if you think that way. Build it up gradually, guys. You don't need to, like, if you have €100 account, you don't need to risk €100 to make money, because like I said, you better off going to casino and just putting that €100 on one color and then see what happens, guys. So do not over leverage, never. With every win, increase position size. There is way to do it so you can grow it faster. It's not a correct way to trade with a larger account, but if you don't have money, you can take this risk, but do it smart. I will explain it to you how. So with every loss, minimize your position size. Let's say you have 100 and you risk $10 and make $30. Yeah. Now with the next trade, you can risk 15. So you have two shots. If that trade works, you gain money, and then you can repeat the process. Okay, guys. So let's say you have $100 account, you win $30, you have $130. Yeah. Then you risk $15 instead of 10, and let's say you catch a 1 to 3 risk reward trade. You have you made $45 now, so your account will be at one second, at 175. And then let's say for this trade you risk $30 and you can go back to 145, or if you make it, let's say again you catch 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, you now have a lot more money in your account, and you can do it gradually. So don't risk it all, just gradually build up, and with more money you have, you risk more, if that makes sense. Yeah, guys. And how to analyze to succeed? First, you need to check the fundamental direction. So anyone that says that you can only trade technical analysis is that's bullshit, guys. Because you know that technical analysis follow the fundamentals, guys. So you need to know the direction of the market fundamentally, and then place yourself in with technical analysis at the best price. Do technical analysis on bigger time frame, like I said before, like bigger time frame moves, knowing the direction of the bigger time frame, so it's gonna be easier for you to place yourself in the short-term trades on lower time frame. Find a possible turning point. So with, let's say, on bigger time frame, you find a turning point where the market, let's say okay, you find the fundamentals are bullish. Let's say GBP is strong fundamentally and JPY is fundamentally weaker than GBP. So you know that. So you look at the market and you see the market shot up, then it's pulling back down. So then you know the fundamental direction is up, but the market doesn't move in one way. So then you do the technical analysis on the bigger time frame. Let's say you draw a trend line, you draw a fib, and you see a good turning point at some price. Yeah. Then you, like I said, you make it as a possible turning point. So you see it as a possible turning point. Then when the price hits that turning point, you go on the smaller time frame and look where you can place yourself in to get a bigger risk reward ratio and to have a bigger probability. Okay, so that's about it, what I prepared for you. And now let's hop onto the charts and see what happened this week and how I managed to catch some moves, and basically teach you how I do it. Okay, guys? So okay, guys, we now hopped onto the chart and I'll show you the trades I took today. And I had the best example of what I'm preaching to you guys, and I'll show you how to build up confidence and strong areas where you can take a trade and have the best risk reward ratio on the minor time frame. Okay, how I enter. Okay, so first look at the daily, and sorry, I see this EMA I have, and as you see, it's quite respected on the daily time frame. It tapped here, dropped down, tried to break it, went down, tapped it again, dropped, tapped it here, tapped it here, tapped it here, tapped it here, here, and then he finally moved up and didn't touch it for quite a while, and then it dropped, touched it, shot up, tried to break it again, but couldn't, jumped up again to this EMA and dropped down, and we finally broke it with this major candle, and I see the price pulling up. So that's the first thing I saw, is this EMA. So then I move on to weekly time frame, monthly actually. I try to put up my fib. So I see this move over here. I put my fib up like this. Then I'll move on to weekly time frame, and I'll show you one tip I do that works, and I don't think many of people told you this. So I put my fib to this place, and I can only extend it upwards in one case, if it didn't break the 382 area. So as you see, it went down, tapped it 236 area, and shot up again, but it couldn't break the 382 area. Okay, so that's how I know I can put this fib up, can move it up again. So let me just come back and have this fib as well. So, and you see, as I'm putting this fib, I have this 786 lining up with 0.5 area, yeah, and we couldn't even tap the 786 area, so 618 area, sorry. So I'm still looking for that, and we move on to daily time frame, and I see this candle broke not only the EMA, but it broke the double fib. And as you see, the one fib we pulled up is working quite good. So as you see, it rejected here, went down, rejected it again, broke it, the 786, reacted with this EMA, and went up, tapped this 618 area, went down again. And as you see, this move, probably if I put my fib up like this, there was 786, 382, and 618 almost in the same area. So you could have taken the trade there from EMA, said, let's say, put your stop loss above all the other, let's say above this 786 area, you know. And as you see, it went down and tapped the minus 27 and start pulling upwards. So now I know I have three confluences there, 1, 2, and EMA. Then I move on to a minor time frame and see what I have here as well. So I look for a fib, I put it like this, and I see the 1272 is almost in that spot over there, yeah, which is good for me because it's on bigger time frame. It doesn't need to always come in one line, but if it does, the stronger the area is. Just remember, guys. And as you see, I have this wick rejection, so I know this area is valid and strong for me. I move to a lower time frame. I see I have this EMA just above, which is fine for me. I always take the bigger time frame EMA. So let's say the daily matches with this. So remember that the daily is connecting with all of this. And I see the market starting to pulling up. And I'm planning to look for a sell because I know that AUD is very strong this week. And it's definitely stronger than GBP for a fact. because AUD been killing every pair. So every pair with AUD been going down. And I see this area over here that from this move it went down, so I'll mark it up as well. And then I see what else I can find in that area. Put this fib up as well from this to this and start moving up. It didn't reject the 618, didn't reject the 786, didn't reject 1272, but I see the 1618 is lining up with almost those two fibs. So I take it into an account. Obviously I can take a trade there and don't wait for 1 minute time frame and put my stop above this, so it will be like 8 pips, and then it went down. Of course it would have made some money, is all fine, but today I'm gonna show you how I scale, how you should scale low accounts into a bigger one and take the best probability with the lower stop loss. Okay, so I go on to 1 minute time frame. So I know the bigger time frame bias is down, so I can go onto 1 minute time frame and see what else I can have there. And as I see, it rejected this area, went down, and I put this fib up. I can't see nothing in that area, so I couldn't take the trade. I'm still waiting, and I see this move down. As you see, moved down, then started moving again. Yeah, if I put my fib from there to there, I see 1272 is lining up exactly with this area. Yeah, and the market went up, touched it, went down again, and you could have taken a trade there, but I think I wasn't in front of the screen, that's why I didn't take it. But then I've seen the market moving up again, so if you took it here, it's all fine. You would have made some percentage as well, because there is enough confluence there for you to take the trade. Put your stop loss above this area, let's say 3 pips, and it done 3.5%, which is fine. But then I see the markets moving up again, and I look what else I can find in that area. So I take my trend line, I plot it like this, and I see it's lining up with that area. Yeah, and then I look what else I can have. I know I can put my fib from this move to this, from here, yeah, like this, from this move downwards to here, and I see the 1618 is lining up in that area as well. So just count how many confluences we have, and if I put my fib up like this, I see I have the -27 almost in that area too, but I wait for the one with the most confluence. So as you see, it was this one. I think if I put my fib like this, yeah, because you see it's a, as you can see in the here, look here, it's a green candle, then a red candle over here. So I can put my fib up like this. So on 1 minute, let's say I put it from the last move up, it's -27, and if I put my fib up like this, I have the 1618, and you see it's all lining up in the same area, so you know something's gonna happen there. There might be some orders here and stuff like that. So then I took my position here, just a little bit below from the trend line, and I placed my stops above this area, 3 pips, because I know this area is very strong, so it must reject straight away. And then it done 5% and went up again, and obviously would have taken us out with the stop loss at break even, because usually when it does 1%, I put my stop loss at break even. Yeah, and it would have done a lot of percentage, but it's okay, it's part of the game. And it done 5%, but I didn't take all of this, so I seen this low being broken, so the market went up, I didn't take my position, but then it couldn't break this low, and I think I took out my position somewhere here around 3%, so which was fine for me, okay. And then obviously moved down a little bit and then went up, so I was happy with that. But as you see, guys, everything lines up in one area, then you know something's gonna happen. So that's how I did. So let's say you risk 1%, $10, you gain $30, and that's how you do it. But just find the best probability trades. If I had one confluence there, no chance I'm taking it. But when I have this many confluences in that area, there's a big reason something's gonna happen there, okay, guys? Just take the trade and see how it goes. Test it out yourself on other pairs. I don't look for many trades. I just take 1, 2, 3 max a day. If I have many conferences, some days I don't even take a trade. So yeah, I just wait for the best opportunities. And then let's go to another trade I took. Let's move on to another trade that I took. Was Gbp Cad, and let me explain it to you how I took it. So first I went onto monthly time frame. Oh, I couldn't see nothing, so I don't bother, so don't waste your time, guys. Just want to make it quicker. So went onto weekly, and what I saw is I had this trend line, and I had this one low and this higher high. Okay, guys, so let's go on to Gbp Cad now, and that's another trade that I took today. And let me explain you why and how. So I'll put this trend line up. It couldn't break this low over here. So I look at this. It tried to break this trend line, but it was a fake out move. Then it closed above, and as you see, it went down, tapped the trend line like it should, and went up. So usually the price always rejects the third touch of the trend line if there is no news. So if there is a big news event, then of course the market can crash and just close below or stuff like that. But if there's not any news, then it should always reject this. And as you see, probably took out the stop losses and then went up and touched it like it should and went up. So for me, it was a little bit bullish, this pair. And we have all these EMAs in that area as well that it needs to retest it. So I know it's gonna go up a little bit. Then I moved on to daily time frame, and I tried to put my fibs up. So first, what I see is that it broke this structure over here, this resistance, went down and broke this resistance. So for me, it has to move up at least a little bit. That's what I'm expecting. So if I try to put a fib like this and to see if I can extend it to this area, what I need to look for if the 382 is broken. And as you see, this candle broke the 382, so I cannot extend this fib. So move down to this move, I put my fib like this, then I go down a time frame, and I want to look for something that connects with everything, guys, like I told you. So I know that I saw the market right here, it started dropping, and I look for a trade. So I know this 618 area is strong because as you see here, it rejected, yeah. And this fib is valid for me because see, it rejects the 786. It moved up, it bounced from 382, and it just keeps bouncing on these levels, yeah. So then I see what else I can find, and I see this green candle and this move down, so I can put my fib like this, and I see that 382 is lining up with 618 area, okay. Then if I put my fib up from here to here, I see that 0.5 area is lining up with that as well. So I'll move down a time frame. I already have what, 3 confluences in that area already. Okay guys, then if I put my trend line up like this, I see that I have it in the same area as well. And if I put my fib up from the last move up to this, I see the 786 is lining up as well. So look how many fibs I have in that area. Okay guys, then I move down in time frame. I couldn't see nothing here, so I'll move to 15 minute, and I can put my fib from this move to this move. And as I see, minus 27 is as well lining up in that area. So what I done then is move to 1 minute and try to place myself in. So of course it looks messy guys, but if it brings you money, just adapt and look at it this way. So my trend line was like this. I delete that fib, so I see all these fibs in that area, yeah, and look for rejection. So as I see this candle rejected, it made this resistance over here guys, you see, and I look at the market and see if it's gonna go down, continue going down, or it's gonna break this new resistance. Then I can look for a buy. So as you see, this candle broke this resistance. Then I can put my fib up like this, and I usually on 1 minute time frame I take my trades from 786 area, and as you see in this case the 786 was lining with 0.5 area as well. And you see this wick, when it created this resistance, went down and rejected and shot up again a little bit. So this wick was a good indication that the market cannot break this level, yeah. And then if I go here and I put my, from last move, I put my fib like this, I see the 1272 is in that area as well guys, as you see. So for me it was valid to take a trade from this area where everything lines up, and I see that basically that the market is rejecting all this area with a trend line and trying to go up. So I put my stop loss, I think 3 pips below, because I would put 1 pip below this previous low, but we had the 786 that I know that we can tap and then go up. So in this case I put my stop loss 3 pips, yeah. And then as you see, the price just shot up, and I was aiming to get, if we move to a 1 hour time frame, I look where my targets were. Sorry, it's a bit messy, but I see all this area of resistance that we can't break. So I put my take profit there, and let me move down the time frame. As you see, it shot up. It broke that area, but it was enough for me, enough gains for me. It was 10%, which I was happy with. Of course, I took out some of my position at this level, which gave me 5%, like 25% of my positions I took out here, and then the rest I took out at this level of struggle, which was 10%, guys. So hopefully you understand the way I trade. And with, let's say, 100 accounts, again, you risk $10, you gain 100, so you double your account, and then you can go from there again. So just find the trades where everything lines up, guys. You know something's gonna happen in that area. Just take the trade and watch it, back test it yourself and see how it works. Down in description below there is my link tree. If you have any questions or something, write me on Instagram or Telegram, whatever, guys.